A team can't take direction and my socks are never clean. Teachers dated me, my parents hated me. I was always in a fight 'cause can't do nothing right. Every day I fight a war against the mirror. Can't take the person staring back at me. I'm a hazard to myself. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Wendy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. You guys are new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashy. Hello, Dashy. Before we get started, everybody check out at Hey David Don and at King Mavs Forever over on Twitter, Stand Up Chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app, Kobe Collection, Omi Player 1 over on the YouTube, Wraithax.eth domain name, Cal Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Meadow Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the Twitter. And then you have Fanny Carbonell FR over on the TikTok. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, Super Chats, and smashing that thanks button if you are watching this from the future. We do have a couple things going on today. I made 2 videos before because it was I only really streamed last night, which you know I just again got really caught up during the day being really busy. But the videos that I made before, which were 22 minutes and 11 minutes respectively, we had a lot to cover. So I'll take any questions. If you didn't watch those videos, you know, let me know. But on this one, what I've seen recently from a lot of people, whether on Facebook or you could tell like the thumbnail. Let's go over the thumbnail first. We have When Pokemon, gotta love that name, saying Pokemon Bear Market, December of 2001. The booster boxes were 75% off. Unfortunately, it got worse when Yu-Gi-Oh! Got released in 2002 during the Pokemon e-reader era. That e-reader era is something that really never took off. That's something that you could, oh, hey, you have a card, you could scan it, and you could do these. Like, there are some things, like they had like Crystal Golem, they had Crystal Nidoking, they had some things that nowadays do pretty well. At the time, nobody liked it. I think I don't know when that, yeah, Series 2, I don't know if, Season 2, I don't know if that came out yet. I don't know if Gen 2 had come out at that point, because that was, yeah, no, they didn't. That was during I think they might have just gotten to it in the anime. And again, why am I going over Pokemon with this? It's just letting you know that anything that could go wrong for Pokemon at that time did go wrong for Pokemon at that time. At least for the cards, at least for the collectors, at least for the flippers. But if you take a look at all of these, it's looking like, okay, it's base set 2 and unlimited packs. The only first edition that I see that are 2 of them, which are the Gym Heroes, which is the lesser of the 2, Gym Challenge because it has a Charizard in it, and then Jungle Set. But even those that were 75% off or more than that, because the suggested retail price was $118. And you get them for $30. Actually, there was a couple of you can see that little dark first edition there on the Rocket Box. Rocket Box was the second one to ever have a Charizard. So the second Charizard that had a first edition. And again, like these are absolutely mind-blowing things. Now, but back in the day, like I like the Dark Charizard. So the Rocket set, Team Rocket always forces their Pokemon to evolve early. So you had these Pokemon at really low levels that were up and that had already evolved. Like, why is this Charizard, this level? And why is his HP low and his attack low? Well, it's because he just evolved too early. And it did have something special with it. But in that same breath, I'll tell you that, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was sweeping the nation, just like Pokemon did. Did Yu-Gi-Oh! Have staying power? I mean, Duel Links is still a thing from the old stuff, but there was a lot of competition that Pokemon had to deal with. I mean, what is Veve's competition right now? Well, there are other people in the space, like Recur, like Hero, that I really like. That Bat Cows as well, stuff that I just enjoy. Do I think it's like the best investment ever? I mean it's an investment, but for the most part, I don't really look at like Hero like investment. I like to collect. I buy, like I still have okay. Oh, I still have a couple packs that I never sold, and a couple that I have to sell to a my cousin, you might know her, Steph Celentano, and then a buddy of mine, Justin Apple Pie. So what I'm trying to say is that the night is darkest just before the dawn, and I promise you the dawn is coming. There is a, if something as big as Pokemon, which absolutely took over the nation, so ubiquitous, South Park made a whole episode about it, and you just have bear markets. Like, nobody is not affected by a bear market. I mean, you might have some things that do not as bad as others, but for the most part, yeah, it's probably okay. Then we do have Korazimi, who had gone and said, despite living in the UK, I managed to work out a deal with the user Mando9, love that name, to have this glorious piece of Veve history sent to me. And he was talking about a Veve card. It says, Veve has changed my life in many ways for the better, and this grail personally means so much to me. See you at DCon. And David Yu says, you know we're going to London, right? So I think that means that they are going to be handing out something at DCon as well. Hopefully everyone that goes there is able to go and and party and hang out with them and get whatever that they're teasing. It seems like David there was teasing like, hey, we'll see you there, and maybe that they might get a card, which I'm so insanely jealous. I absolutely want to. Oh my god! All right, we're good. Like I said, I'm so insanely jealous. I really want to go, and any chance that you get to go and hang out with the team, should probably take it. In other news, we have this guy named Michael Pavolka saying, hi Randy, I know it's a little off topic, but I would like to ask one simple question. Actually, I have found the eighth wonder of the world. How the heck can someone buy a thing for $60 and sell it after 15 minutes for a 30% price, a 30% off price? NFTs on Veve are the eighth wonder of the world. By the way, big fan of yours. Anyone can explain to me, how's it possible? Cheers. So, this is a very good question. I get asked this a lot. There's so many reasons why people do it. I'll go with number one. And no particular order. These are just them listed. People like to gamble. And people with money like to gamble. They think that, okay, if I buy X amount of these, I'm more likely to get an ultra rare. Or even if they just have one, they're like, okay, it's my $60 for the week. And if I get the rare, ultra rare, the highest rarity, and we're talking about Buzz today, then great. Then I get it. Then I win. I can sell it for more gems, or I can just keep this. And then they think, okay, well, what if I get like the common or uncommon, what have you? Okay, like that's spending $60 on something that I don't want, because let's say they want the highest, they want the rarest. Or what they could do is they could sell it, let's say for $30, and then they go and they get, let's say they net 25. Yeah, let's say they net 25 gems out of that. They have that 25 gems to put towards the next thing, or they could say like, oh, I could buy 2 boxes. If I don't like what I get, then I could sell it, and then the next box is really only $35, and so this way they spend $95, which is, I don't know how people on a budget do that. Because again, if you're working paycheck to paycheck, or if you only have an extra $60, you only have an extra 60 gems, or $100 to put in, and you're just like, and you're gambling with that. Again, Veve is very, very addictive. I bet you within 2 years, they have to post something. You know how on the back of scratch-offs, the scratchies, they have, if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-something addiction, Gambleholics, whatever. Gambleholic. And I feel like that guy from Space Jam, where he's trying to spell Monstars, Monst, and then he just stops in the middle of it. Comment down below if you get the Space Jam reference. I guarantee you they go and they have to do the same thing that the lottery does, and put on it, if you have put on the app somewhere, if you have a gambling problem, spending problem, whatever, please reach out to someone, seek professional help, whatever, because this is very addictive. I was just watching Kyla May talk to Kaylee? I don't know how to pronounce her name. She's the one that Kobe Collects just had a, what do you call it? She just had, Kobe Collects had her on for an interview, and they were saying that in part of the stream, they were saying that they had it's Callie Brooks. Yeah, that is. They were talking about gems and keeping gems, and there was the comments were just being like, yeah, you can't keep gems because it's so hard. Also, if everyone can go down and smash that like button, that would be super great. That is a free way to help support the channel. How is The Office changing? I thought that was a video about The Office. It's not. Moving on here. Okay, there we go. The other way is that some people like to lose, spend any point in time around gamblers. Some people, for whatever reason, and I don't want to kink shame, they get off on seeing that money getting taken away from them. I don't know what that particular kink is. I don't want to know it, but that is, some people just get off on that. The thing that I told him, and I left this one out, but I'll save this for now. I said, that's a great question. I think it's another form of gambling. So here's the other thing. People listening to what others say, people are psyching themselves out. I saw a meme the other day. It's like, it's like the Scooby-Doo gang. It's like, who's really behind, this bear market? Who's really behind all these floors dropping? Take off the mask. Oh, it's Veve users. Why? Because there are people, and, maybe it's just people reading the terrain. Maybe it's just people going on and saying that after they read the terrain, or they're just, regurgitating what they hear negatively, where they said, oh yeah, these are going to be below retail, these are going to be below retail. And you know what, fair point, a lot of people, but a lot of things have gone below retail. But when you have most YouTubers saying this is going to go below retail, that creates like an echo chamber of everyone just repeating, yeah, it's going to go below retail. If that's what you believe, then that's what's going to happen. So if everyone was saying, if everyone was united, like let's say what did people do with GameStop? What did people do with AMC? They saw that there were more shares that were shorted on those particular stocks than shares like in existence. So they were just like, this is just, Wall Street. This is what Occupy Wall Street was about. These are just these evil banksters just trying to make a quick buck off things that we love. So the freaking Reddit army and the Doge army and everyone's just like, buy GameStop and buy AMC. And what happened? A lot of people that were doing things maybe that they shouldn't have been doing lost a lot of money. And people saw incredible gains. And I'm not saying that we should all just be like, buy whatever you get, just hold and don't sell. I mean, I advise my whales to do that if they want to go for the drops. A lot of people just, a lot of them just, the ones that are collecting sets, some just buying the secondary. But they do like that special mint hunting though, and they like that gamble. But they can afford to. I'm not saying even like the rare held up pretty well today. That was like double the price, but I think that's also because like only 1/4 of them were bought at the time. And like I said, if speak what you want as if it were, and if you're just repeating, oh yeah, it's gonna go below retail, and you sell it below retail, everyone else is gonna do the same thing. If you, what's that? I think there's that famous line. I think it was a V from Vendetta, or like, no one rules if no one obeys. Nothing goes below retail if people don't list below retail and just take that loss. I don't understand. I could picture maybe if you bought something at a certain price and now there's something that coming out that you really want and it's announced and then you sell it because you want that. Okay, cool. Whatever. That's just my whole opinion shtick there. I've been going on for like 13 minutes. Let me go and get to the comments here. Let's see what we got. Wes, what's going on? Say, Big Daddy Randy. What's going on, Wes? I hope you're doing well. I just farted. I'm so sorry. Mashi says, yo, what up, Mashi? I hope you're doing well also. Omi Wargeta says, enjoy the show, peoples. Everyone's going to enjoy this show. Bill Gardner says, what up, everyone? Bill Gardner, my man, my bae from Earth 2. I hope you're doing well. We got Abe saying, what's your average on Omi? How do you keep your Omi safe? Okay, so the average on Omi, I don't know. It's probably a bit under 0.004. Maybe like 0.0035 or 38 or something like that. And I have now, obviously it's a lot lower than that. So yes, I am technically in the red, but I mean, so are most people. How do I keep them safe? So I'm a little paranoid. I don't think I was this paranoid before the military, but with the secret clearance, like with all like the clearance and stuff that they make you go through, you just get paranoid. So generally, all you need to do, what most people need to do, is they would go and This is not security advice. Heck it, this is security advice. What most people would need to do is type in Trust Wallet into your Google Play Store, and you click install. You install it. It'll say like show seed phrase. It will give you 12 words. They'll be like, you ever see that scene from Civil War where the psychiatrist guy is trying to like break what do you call it? The Winter Soldier, and he's just saying like, okay, Dynatsit, Adin, Ochin, Priatno, and he keeps going like all the words in Russian. That's basically what it is. It gives you 12 words that are like car, bottle, bag, paper, whatever it is, and it gives it to you in a specific order. What you need to do is don't take a picture of it, don't screenshot it, don't have any trace of it anywhere on any type of phone or anything. What you need to do is write that particular seed phrase down on a piece of paper, then write it on another, and then write it on another, and then hide those in a bank safe, in the wall, in a floor safe, with your guns, wherever you want. I kind of went a little extra on that, where I I went to like this mall kiosk, bought 6 different phones, and I did that for each of them. A couple are at a bank, a couple are at a friend's place, a couple are with me, and actually no, one's with me, and like you see, like I don't even have it on my phone. Like I don't keep it like on my person. Why? Because God forbid something happens, and God forbid I don't know, and I lose one, or one happens to get hacked, which it shouldn't. It's fine. I'm okay. I'm not okay, but it's not as devastating losing 20 million OMI, or as much as it is to lose 144.5 million all at once. Like, my God. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, you really just need one trust wallet. Some people go like watch Foster Hilt's video on getting like a ledger. Ledgers are fine. They're a little complicated, but if you have a how-to video, you should be all right. Justin, what's going on? Casey Piranha says, "What's up, Randy and the gang? How's it going, Casey Piranha? I hope you're doing well. What's up with me? I had a really good day. Went running this morning. Protein shake. Got a couple egg sandwiches. Took a nap. Made a video. Went to the gym. Came back from the gym. Did another video. Had protein shake. Just ate some more eggs, and then I had I had to go on a Spaces today, and then I was watching K Collection's her interview, and then well, here I am. So that was the day. We got Justin saying, "Loving the streams, Randy." Loving you too, Justin. Lots of love out here. Jason Bourne says, "Please get to the point, mate. You're waffling." Sorry, mate. You're a local scalper. Goat. Oh, what's going on? Thank you so much. Justin says, "Howdy, Piranha." Justin says, "Cake." Oh, it's a K Collections raid. Oh, that's so great. That's how I got so many people in here so quickly. What else we got here? Abe saying, "Are you concerned about the ETH fees when the time comes to sell?" Yeah, I mean, you factor it in. You don't, like, if something is worth, if let's say your whole vault is worth $10,000, don't expect to get $10,000, because you have to go at the floor, hoping people buy. Some might undercut. You have that sometimes 8.5% fee, sometimes 2.5% fee. So, and then you have the 10% cash out fee. Then you have the ETH fee. So, if let's say it's 10K, expect to get like, I don't know, 6K ish, maybe even less, because you have taxes that you have to pay. So I would say, does that worry me? And you don't even have ETH that you could just do. You do Bitcoin, you could do, I think, USDT, you do Binance. Again, that's not available right now. That will probably be again in the future. You do straight cash out. For me, I'm not worried about it, but I definitely factor it in, and I make sure to note, so that way I'm not expecting a certain amount when it's only going to be this amount, type of deal. Yeah. Just says, "Hello, gang. Well, what's going on?" Darth Chaos says, "Hello there. General Darth Chaos." Justin says, "BB team casually handing out digital holy grails to public. Big moves. Totally big moves." Thomas Brown Jr. says, "Do you think they will hand anything out at New York Comic Con? And are you going?" I mean, I do try to compare this to Pokemon, where they have to be at a certain location at a certain time and complete a certain task. I hope they limit it. Like I would be okay. And when I say I hope they limit it, I'm not going to every one. I would, not that I hope this, but I would, if they had to choose between San Diego Comic Con, New York Comic Con, and the two DCons, I already got one. And I'm going to be going to DCon in Anaheim and DCon or not DCon in London. So like, I don't want to say like, oh, I hope they only give it to the ones that I'm going to. I would be okay with them just doing San Diego Comic Con and then the London DCon, and then they don't hand anything out at the ones that I'm going to at New York and Anaheim, because I do want them to limit it, but I mean, doing things, just for the community, 4 times a year that we know of. They might add ones in the future. I don't know. It'd probably be okay, depending on what they are as well. Yeah. What I really hope is that one year or at one point they just do like, hey, here's a number 39 Loki for you, Chavez. Like, I don't care if it's a comment, it's number 39. I hope that they do something like that where they start giving away the sub 41s. But it's like special. You don't know what you're gonna get. Could be a common Loki. It could be like a sub 41 Walt. Like I don't know. And are they gonna do that? I have zero idea. I would love that though. We do have something that I forgot to mention it in a video. Somebody brought up yesterday saying secret rare burn for MCP, where in order to get MCP points, if you don't, let's say you don't have a ton, and one MCP point is worth I don't know, one gem, and then say, okay, well I can burn this collectible and get more MCP points than I would gems. Let's say you'd only get like 80 gems, but you get like 150, MCP points. I think that would be a really good idea. I haven't brought it up to the team. I got to make a video about it. I just wrote it down over there. I forgot to look at it, but I think that would be pretty dope. Moving on here. What we got? Omi Panda says, good evening. Oh, Omi Panda, hope you're doing well. As your boy is saying, but if the odds to land an ultra rare are 1 in 8, which will 2x their money, that's a 7/8 chance of losing half your gems. You're absolutely correct. Any mathematician would not take those odds. But again, sometimes you just like to gamble. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, maybe today's my day. And some people are lucky. I'm not really I'm lucky in general in life with whatever. I'm insanely lucky. But on the VV drops, maybe not so much. I mean, I did with the number 41 logo, but outside of that, I'm not crazy lucky with drops. Yeah. Moving on. We got Toxic Turtle Gaming says, I'm scarfing up all the Omi I can get, broski. Get that bread. Get it. Oh, Casey Prano, thank you, saying it's pronounced like Cali, like California. Okay, gotcha. All right. Oh, my body. There are other whales. I can't show that yet. Maybe I can. I don't. There are other, like there's going to be another whale group that I'll be advising at end of this month probably. And what do you think I'm going to tell them to buy? Oh yeah, buy Solana and get hacked. Not like I kid the Solana peeps. I kid that. I know. I mean, they're very, very fast, but they get hacked all the time. It would, yeah, probably tell them to mostly go into Omi. I really, a lot of people do want to diversify. A lot of like hedge funds, they would want to go in something that like collectibles. And if I can't, and again, they usually want stuff for a long time, so it's not like I can say like, oh, buy this now and sell up here. Like, it's much easier for me to tell my friends, hey, listen, buy a bunch of Omi. Like, let's say my friend Dan, that was on my stream, it was on my podcast, Daniel Hardwick, brother, love him. It's a lot easier for me to tell him, hey, listen, you got a bunch of Omi, when they have Omi to NFT, if Omi's gone up, buy a bunch of collectibles. And then, once the collectibles go up and Omi stays the same, switch back out for more Omi. And vice versa, and keep doing that. That's going to be an insane game of arbitrage. I cannot wait for that. Hedge funds and whales probably don't want to do that. They don't have enough time. They just want to, set it and forget it. And again, because they don't have enough time, like my partner. I mean, he was my business partner, not Friend Dan, I would tell him buy the commons consistently. The commons, whether they're comic books or collectibles, if they're good, they do tend to outpace the secret rares and ultra rares. You know, the ultra rares might 4 or 6x, and then the commons will 20x. You know, so I would tell him to do that because maybe he might have a little more time than a hedge fund. You know, hedge funds be like, hey, you know, let's say I tell him to do that, and then they're like 8 hours late on, okay, I'll do it now. It's like, okay, well, you know, now it's 8 hours later. Everyone's already done it. Yeah, I forget where I was going with this. Oh yeah. Case Brown says pronounced like Cali. Thank you. Just says going for 15 million currently. Get that bread, Justin. Get that 15 million. As boy says 6K gems for a partner statue. Yeah, it was lower before. It was like 5,500 or something like that. Brilliant. I'd totally get more. Gabstar49 says, do you think Veve finds a solution to the New York payout issue before New York Comic Con? That's just New York. That has nothing to do with Veve. Veve did their part. New York is just a really crappy state. Like, New York is just... It is so much fun. A lot of business dealings are here. Melting pot of Brooklyn and New York City. The food. Oh, God, the pizza. Oh, the bagels. There is so much to love about New York. But financially, like it is not like... One, I love guns. You know, from the military, but... Most guns would be illegal here. Like, I mean, in upstate New York, not so much. In some parts of Long Island, not so much. But you can't really have guns in the city. Like, it's, yeah. And again, financially, like, it's stupid the amount of taxes. I just absolutely not. So that's just New York being a crappy state there. K collections with those hearts. Oh, why? Thank you. Heart 2. Heart you as well. Only pen is that, Justin. Nice. Jack Long says, what up, Randy? With 6K gems, what NFT would you buy? Oh. I mean, if it's just one, I guess probably a partners, because that just reminds me of that. I would maybe a Veve logo. I would definitely get probably a couple, like 3 of those Thor Love and Thunder posters. Well, I gotta go see what that's at right now. Oh God, I got so many. Oh God, I'm sorry guys. Gotta get rid of some of these messages here. Over here. Okay, if I go to my profile, go to my full sketch, let's see what we got here. Where's that Thor Love and Thunder? Where'd it go? The poster. Did I pass it? What the fudge? I do like scarce things. Oh, the lightsabers are really good too. The Thor Love and Thunder. Floor's 175. There's not a ton of these. I would say that's not bad. Golden moments are good. Maybe so. You know how he had said, David had said, you know, if we have Yoda's not going to come with a lightsaber. You're going to need to put that lightsaber in his hand. I was thinking the other day, where I was talking about Elsa with the Fantasia hat, which doesn't really go together. What if we get... I mean, we already have a bunch of Mickeys or whatever, but what if we have Fantasia Mickey without the hat, and you need to put the hat on him? I think that'd be pretty dope. Or even if you have, like, King Mickey, make him Fantasia Mickey. There's so many things that you could do. Golden moments in general. I mean, Vader. Oh, God, yeah, just get... What are the grails? Get a Vader. Get R2-D2. I don't have any of those. I'm not pumping my bags there. There's so many options. Or you could get a Fantastic Four number 5. You get somebody was telling me that the other day, is asking, should I sell a Vader for Fantastic Four number 5 or sell a Fantastic 5 for a Vader? They're both good. I don't know which one goes up more. I think you can get a Fantastic Four number 1 for that as well. You can get, I think, a couple. You could even get like 10 or 12 Marvel Comic number 1 ultra rares. You get a bunch of the commons. You can get. There's so many things. I don't know which one I would get. Maybe a Walt, just because I already have one already, so that this way I can sell one, you know, as it goes up, and then have one back. K Collector says, hi Dashy, hi Randy. Oh, thank you for saying hi. Oh. Jack Long says, I was thinking Walt as well. Yeah, a lot of peeps do be thinking about that. As your boy says, if you do, congrats, bro. Doesn't says, yes, sure, panda. Omi Wargeta says, how has everyone got so much gems and I'm here with like 3 gems? Oh, well, Mr. Omi Wargeta, I will show you. I have 3.21 gems right now. I forget what the last thing it was that I bought, but it wiped me out. It did wipe me out though. Marcus Meb says, I barely sold anything I bought, holding forever, seeing it as lost money as soon as I buy anything. Yeah, I think that's a really good way to look at it. Pretend like you don't have it. And, but pretend like you don't have it, pretend that it's not even safe, and then eventually it'll be like, oh, is this found money? I was going over, so that's the other thing, and I don't want people to lie. Definitely all about honesty, but there is, like I said, it came up in the space before. There are one of the biggest, not complaints, but one of the biggest issues that people that collect, that they go through, is that their partners be like, okay, enough. And then that's more physical stuff, because it takes up room in the house, they spend money on it, like, you don't need these toys. Grown man. Most times it's that way. And this is where obviously Veve, disrupts that, and you don't take up any space, it's just, on your phone. In that same breath, there's another thing on the opposite way, where your wife loves what you do too much, or your partner loves what you do too much. It doesn't have to be a wife, it could be whatever. Where they know how much you spent on a certain collectible, and then they hear it through the grapevine or on a YouTube channel or whatever. Let's say you spent $10,000 on something, and you receive an offer for $50K or $80K, whatever it is, and you say no. Most partner, or I don't want to say that. There are a lot of partners that are not going to be cool with that. They're like, you did what? We could pay off our mortgage. We could pay off this. You could sell your collection, sell the things that mean the world to you, and we could do stuff that I want to do. If I'm a little salty with that, I've seen it so many times. Has that ever personally happened to me? No. When I was like a kid, maybe, I guess, but no. Like, there's been, I've seen that so many times, where it's the person in the relationship that's not the collector that goes and say, hey, you should sell and we can take care of this bill or this thing. And it's like, oh man. It's like as soon as people, and this is why I know Veve is going to be successful. As soon as people get money, they want to spend it. A lot of times in Veve. But I forget where this particular question was going. Oh yeah, so when you say bill, if you see it as lost money, you could see it as found money as well in the future, which can be very good, and they could fund some other things that you want, if that's what you want. Jack Long says, smart man. What mamas? What's going on? How's it going? Say, I just bought the pizza truck to complete the set. Get that bread. Yeah, I like that truck. I like the fact that it's been in everything. I like things. I love metaverses and multiverses. Like, I love. There was I think there was a comment. I think it was the last stream I saw, Hit Collections Cali, saying that the person had bought. That person buys. They watch Powerpuff Girls with their niece, and then their niece had seen Buttercup on the app and freaked out, it's Buttercup. I love crossovers. Crossovers. Originally, for me at least, starting in, I guess it started with Rugrats, because there was a Halloween episode where the Rugrats were in a haunted house, and they open up a door, and then they see the real monsters in there. I was like, oh, it's real monster. It's a great cameo. Did they interact? Really, not too much. I wish that would have happened. Why give us a Nickelodeon metaverse, man? Give us I want to see Spike playing with Cat Dog. I want to see, I don't know, Angelica and Susie having that Jimmy Timmy trilogy, where they had Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner just cross over each other's worlds. Lost my goddamn mind. Excuse my language. I remember being 6th grade, and I remember getting laughed at. Mr. Campo, remember his name. I'd be like, oh, Chavez, what'd you do this weekend? I was like, I watched the Jimmy Timmy trilogy. Heck, all of y'all. I was having a good time. It was just so much fun. I want to see that type of stuff. I like I said, I want to see those types of things and those characters interact. So when I forget what the question was, I'm so sorry. I get so excited sometimes. Oh yeah, Pizza Planet truck. When Pizza Planet truck you see in as a little wood chip piece on in Brave, and then you see it, obviously in Toy Story. You see it in so many things. It proves that they're all connected, that they're all there together. I love that type of stuff. That type of stuff. I think it just lets your imagination run wild. Hey, wouldn't it be this? Hey, wouldn't it be cool if it was that? Like the rumor. I don't know if this was really debunked or not. Comment down below if it was that Tarzan is Elsa and Anna's younger brother, because what you saw was the parents of King and Queen of Arendelle. They go out on a ship, they get lost at sea, never heard from again. Maybe those are the same people in the Tarzan movie, and they gave birth to Tarzan. And I think that, again, I don't know if that's true, but that type of theory is just wild, and I love it. And when you see, Tangled, where you see her and Finn in the when Arendelle opens, I think at the end of Frozen, because their timeline's like the same. She had short hair at that point. I don't know why. Like the possibilities are just endless, and I love it. And just God, so cool. Moving on. Justin says, I have NFW stream playing in the background. This is a problem. Oh, non-fungible, wonderful streaming. Oh me millionaire. All right, I love it, dude. Immutable X is such a great song, dude. That everything it does slaps. But Immutable, like, so obviously I like a Call Me Millionaire because I'm in it. That is great. That first couple seconds, quick story of how I became a millionaire. But dude, Immutable X goes so hard. That was literally like last summer, last year. That was like the anthem of my car. I would be blasting that and everywhere. Been here since May. Now we in September. Oh, dude, that was so good. Like, I cannot wait for Non-Fungible Wonderful's concerts. I cannot wait for all the stuff that we do in the metaverse. I'm so excited. Moving on. Omi Panda says, Dashy got that. You gonna eat that cornbread? Oh, it's such a great... Oh, God, which movie is that? Is that Shawshank? No. I forget. I know that. I've seen that scene before. Eat that cornbread. So good. Justin says, I love this game. I love it too. Jess McKay says, any thoughts on upcoming DCon? In London? In London! Anyone ever watch Friends, where Chandler and Monica wind up hooking up in London? And then Joey finds out, it's like, you? And you? He's like, yes, but calm down. Like, where? It's like, in London. In London! And it's so good. What were some thoughts about it? I mean, maybe they give out some more cards. Maybe they have some exclusives. God, I wish I was going. For the Anaheim one, the Anaheim one is very special for me, because I feel like Eddie Guerrero talking about WrestleMania 20 is like, WrestleMania 20 was special for me because it was WrestleMania 20, and he was wrestling in the main event, and it was just Kurt Angle, and just, oh my God, small package, and he loosens the boot. That is such a good match between Eddie Guerrero and Kurt Angle. Go watch that, WrestleMania 20. But yeah, why it's special to me is because I was on the Omi Homie stream before, Max and Janie for a little bit, and that moment was special. Like, even if the rest of the weekend sucked, which it didn't, that last night, I feel like Rory Gilmore, after Dean had to go and say, buys her the tiramisu. He's like, even if the rest of the date sucked, this tiramisu would save it. That end of the night on Sunday, where they were all going to go to Disneyland the next morning, but they chose to stay up and stream with me. The Omi Homies, Max and Janie, and Wendy Stibalis. We did a stream together, and we see Luke Chu, who is the artist of the Ghost Bears. I think he did like something with Monkey King as well, and just a fun guy. And we got him on the stream. We got him to do and sign stuff, and he's just that was really fun. That was really special. So it's fun just for that night, just because like we'll do stuff like that. But also, it's a party. Like it's all right. Before we get to the party part. If you haven't seen anyone, but you're used to hearing their voices, whether it's on Spaces, or you're used to just interacting with them just on Twitter somewhere and just talking, and then you see them in like real life. It's like your family. It's like hugs, brother, hugs, fam. Kobe said on the last stream that he'll be going to decon in Anaheim. So I was like, Kobe, I'm gonna tackle you in the street, hug you, and because I love him. I love that man. He's on my freezer. I love it. I don't know. I just most people in the community are I think really cool. Every now and then you have people that have bad days. Like whatever. That's fine. People are allowed to have them. But for the most part, I think people in general, I think are very good. I'm very, very bullish on humanity in the future, and where it's going. Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't been to a con yet, like I mean, for me, I kind of grew up a lot with, at least in my like later teen years, like on the internet and meeting people like, be like, oh my god, you're you, oh my god, and you get to see them and you get to love them, and then you just not only after that familial instinct, it's like when you have like two dogs that were born in the same litter, they get separated, sold to other families, whatever, but then they see each other. It's like like when dogs play, it's kind of like that. Like, is this really happening? Oh my god, it's you. So then not only do you get to do that and everyone's fast friends, but then you get to drink together. Then you get to party together. You get to do karaoke. You get to dance. It's so good, so exciting, so much fun. You get to room with people. Like I'm always with Taps. Taps is always gonna be roomie for life, Bay for life. I love him so much. I'm gonna have my Patreon member shout out in my last video. I did like a remix of Pink and Taps, and I'm gonna do that. Oh god, my body. My other body again in for the next Patreon member shout out. Super chat from Kobe Collects says Anaheim. Yeah, baby. Oh god, I'm so glad you're watching. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you heard that what I'm gonna do to you. I'm gonna tackle you and squeeze you. Oh god, Kobe. How tall are you? How tall? So I saw that video you did with Kyla before, where you're opening up some hero packs, and you just like. Do you want to open up one of mine, Kobe, and then we'll split the stuffs? I think that'd be cool. We got them magic fingers though. Yeah. I mean, I've met a lot of people here, but I haven't met everyone. Some people are like, oh, I wanted to introduce myself, but I was nervous. Why are you nervous? I don't. I mean, do I look that ugly in person? Maybe I do. I feel like Patrick, where he's like, I call it the ugly. Where was I here? I forget. Oh god. Smart man. Okay, there we go. Gabriel Druin says, when crypto cash out, I want to convert gems to OMI. I don't. I mean, when you convert, you should be able to cash out gems to a crypto and then buy OMI, or send it to your bank account and then buy other crypto and then buy OMI. I don't think it'll do gem to OMI. I don't think, but we'll see. Does says, would you help the North Korean animals? That is such a tricky subject. I've thought about this, not specifically in North Korea, but in places that are like war torn, or like. So what keeps me going is that there was this. I remember an article where this kid, he was like maybe 10 years old. Parents had died in like Syria or something, and the kid walked with his dog like 130 miles. The kid, and eventually when the dog couldn't walk anymore, the kid carried the dog like the rest. It was a smaller dog, but and like that. Okay, if that kid could do that, for his dog, I can certainly find a way to, at some point, be able to help animals in like war torn countries as well. I mean, and what's more important, is it endangered species, or that maybe I could throw a bunch of money in that, I could throw years of my life into that, and maybe it still doesn't work. Or do I know that, okay, these animals I know aren't endangered, and they could all, it's horrible to say, they could all be snapped with a finger, they could all be gone, and it wouldn't matter for the survival of the species, because the survival of the species is not contingent on these animals in war torn countries, but they are still beings, and they are still suffering. And if I want to lessen the amount of animal suffer, but then, if I die doing that, okay, well, I'm not helping anyone. But then at least, some, friends get money, and my friends Ty and Nicole, they know what to do to keep it going. I need to like clone myself. I need to. This is part of the reason why I would maybe I would like freeze my sperm or something. Be like, okay, have kids, make a clone, or something like that, because like animal conservation is very, very tricky in general. And then you have people that are not just like animal conservationists where, yeah, I love animals and I want to help them, but they're like super, super like the complete opposite way in which that they let's say like trophy hunting. I don't think it makes you like a man or like a big person to like trophy hunt, because kind of the animals are kind of weak and like dying already. And but a lot of things that go on with trophy hunting, or what it's supposed to happen, is that these specific conservation areas or these specific parks go and say, hey, here is a lion or wherever that is old, he's injured, he's sick, not going to breed. This animal is just going to die anyway. And then they say, okay, you can pay this park $25,000, $50,000, whatever, and you can shoot this. And I'm okay with that, because if that animal's just going to die anyway, that animal's not obviously have any more offspring, and you can use that money to go and maintain the park. I'm fine with that. The problem is that sometimes disgruntled or greedy employees will be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna do this, but this animal, I'm gonna check off all these boxes, but this animal doesn't really check off all these boxes, and I'm gonna have this person say, give me a little extra so I can make money on the table. It's I don't want to say it's a mess. With companies like Norvis, I think they're going on and they're like rating all of these charities and all these animal sanctuaries and stuff. So like, okay, and charities in general. So which ones are good, which ones are bad. I've thought about it a lot. I don't have the right solution yet. I'm hoping that as I delve more into the field, when Omi moons and I, lessen this a little bit, I can, I find someone really smart or find some people that know what they're doing, and then we could both help move that ball forward a little bit. So yeah, moving on. Darth Chaos says, insert dancing Zemo. Zaveza says, buy a ledger, even more secure. True. It says, who runs Trust Wallet? I don't know. Don Gwynn says, what happens if you have to update Trust Wallet? I also don't know. I mean, there was a thing with Trust Wallet like a year or two ago. Yeah, it was like a year ago, where it had updated, and then people's Omis were gone, and everyone was freaking out. My Omi's gone, Omi's gone, child. Like, that was... there's, I think Iron Man 2, the Hulk, and then Thor all happened within the same week. It was called Nick Fury's Hell Week. I felt like that was my Vietnam. No, that was my Hell Day. My Hell, because I had I'd deal with, like, I had to go around checking to see if my stuff was all right. My stuff was good. But eventually, it's just you just had to do like an update or something, or just wait, and then it'll come back in like X amount of hours. But when I tell you I had like 1,000 messages that day, I've never recovered since then. Like, I've never recovered on messages since then. Zafacer says, nothing, your wallet address stays the same. Randy Javette says, I'm toxic, LOL. Bucky Cold says, you hear about how people in New York, Texas, and other states can't cash out per the state's laws? Space talking about it? Yeah, I have. It's rough. Justin says, it's kind of crazy. We keep all this money / information on either circuit boards or pieces of paper, right or no? Yeah. There was I can't say who he was or what he was. A guy I used to work with when I was a private investigator that would go and keep stuff on paper. Because every now and then, if you would keep documents or whatever with somebody online, it would get hacked, or you could have like an electromagnet, wipe the files. His specialty was paper. That was his thing. nothing on the net, nothing on, everything on the outer net, and had a lot of business, and he's very good at what he did. Moving on. Ryan Chavez says, Hawaii one of the trouble states? I'm not sure. I did go over it in one of my last videos. I don't know if I still have it. Let's see what we got here. Photos. Was this? Nope, wasn't that. I have the countries. I don't have the countries are Albania, Barbados, Burkina Faso, Cambodia, Cayman Islands, Haiti, Indonesia, Jamaica, Jordan, Kenya, Mali, Malta, Morocco, Myanmar, Nicaragua, Pakistan, Panama, Philippines, Senegal, Turkey, Uganda, and Yemen. I don't have the actual states though. I not in front of me. I'm sure you can get it relatively easily. Aww. Okay, sorry. Okay, moving on here. Kobe collects with that boom to the moon chart. Ryan Chavez says, I don't leave my iPad alone anymore. I mean, I do, but I don't have it on my iPad either. I never really have it on me. I mean, if you want to take my iPad, it's like $50. Like, it's like, I don't know what it is. It's not worth a lot. But yeah, if you have your Trust Wallet on your tablet, I just wouldn't use that tablet. God forbid something ever happened. Like, again, all of my stuff is on phones that I never use for anything else. Don't even know the phone's numbered, and they're in various locations. Super paranoid over here. Dozen says, we're getting a new cash out company. And we have Wire. I mean, are we going to get another one in conjunction with that? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, it says, if you get another guy, you can always auction / raffle it off. If you get another, you can... Oh, wait. What was I talking about that I could auction, raffle off? I forget what we were talking about 30 minutes ago. Where we get it says, NFT taxes seem to be a gray area. I mean, I guess I would just treat it like a stock. I would treat it like anything else right now. And Javette says, my one Hawaii buddy is taking forever to get his cash out. I mean, it might be that. I would say go to Congressman Tulsi Gabbard, and I don't know, write her and be like, hey guys, what's going on here? Catastrophic says, math, you say. I know it's Veve stuff, but where do you think the Earth 2 Essence token is going based on speculation and expectation? So let's say, Earth 2 had, I think, 5 billion Essence that could ever be minted, that could ever be mined. And I think like 160 million or so is out there right now, maybe a little more. Let's say 200 million, to be safe. Let's say that's what the amount in the circulating supply when it launches, which hopefully the end of this year, who knows? I would say, I don't know, if it's just a $200 million, company, which is worth a lot more. I would say billion, if not multiple billions, and it would just be $1. Because again, like, how do you get to a $200 million market cap? You just have your 200 million be $1 per essence each, and a lot of essence has been burned. That's what you do when you go and you craft jewels, when you craft stuff, and you pay for things with essence, and that's just the utility right now. You're gonna be able to do a lot more with essence. So, I have like 38,000 essence, and if that's just $1, I mean, it's probably going to be a couple of dollars. I'd say minimum $2. And again, this isn't a bear market. In 2025, when things are booming, and this is, let's say, like a $2 billion company, that's like a $10 essence. I'd have like $380,000. Jesus, it's nuts. Earth 2 is I got super lucky with that. I got in December of 2020. A lot of tiles were still 10, 11 cents a tile. Not America though. America was like like $1 or something. I think it was on my birthday that I got in. And yeah, it was bananas. That's what helped me get me partnered on YouTube. Started talking about that. There's so many possibilities with that, and the two parallels between Earth 2 and Veve are very eerie. I definitely, if there's any two metaverses that I would love to see interoperable one day, it'd be Earth 2 and Veveverse. And for those of you that don't know, I might not have said it in a while, when I sold everything for Omi, I sold everything except for Earth 2. I did not sell anything else. Earth 2 is is with me. Link down to the game, link down to my referral code, and link down to Chavez Topia in Earth 2 down below. So I would say $2 right now, probably. If it were to launch in, let's say, Q4. It might launch in Q1 of next year. I think they want to wait until the bear market is know that we've bottomed. But I think again if it's just a $200 million circulating supply at that time, I think $10 is fine. Because then you're just a $2 billion company where you've had Decentraland and Sandbox, which by the way, if you look at the KPIs and you look at the Telegram and Discord groups, there's not a ton going on. The better ones are in Earth 2 and in Veve. So yeah, and I guess utility now too. Utility's always bumping. We just started like a week ago. There's like 500 something people in there. Link down below to that utility Discord. I'll go in it right now and see where we at here. And I'm sorry it took me almost an hour to mention them. Oh god, I'm in general. Gotta take advantage. Yep. Need a bad man vest boy. It's a DBZ stuff. Introduction to utility, branding 101. So we have currently in the utility Discord, we just passed the 600 mark, 604 members. And there's two of the, outside of hanging out in general, talking to everybody like I'm supposed to do, there are two tabs that I love the most. Foodies, where people just be, oh god, what was I doing? Where people just be posting pictures of food, and I love it. Oh god, it looks so good. Oh god, it looks amazing. Oh god, sorry. And then there's something called Supernatural, where we talk about ghosts and aliens and spirits. It's so much fun. Those are like my two favorite things to hang out in. But again, I hang out in general a lot as well. You do get a free NFT if you join. When they're gonna drop those, I don't know. The better NFTs, like if you were in the first 500, you got a better one. But if you're in the first 1,000, you get another one. And then you get two. You get one for being in the first 1,000, and then you get one for being in the first 10,000. And no marketing has been done. It's just me and a couple other people that are ambassadors for it, and it's just us being like, hey guys, we have Rewind Collective, Gorilla Girls, World of Women. There's a bunch of others that haven't been announced yet that I can't talk about. But Abe says, dude, the Hardwick interview was so touching. I felt so much love for you guys. He needs to come on the stream more, bro. Oh, I'm so glad you said that. I gotta go and take a picture of that for him. He just loves. He's just a loving guy. He's so. I love that man like a brother. I don't never really had. Well, I don't want to say never. Apparently, when I was young, like super young, like in Peru, I did have siblings, but then I got adopted, and I have no idea who they are. I would say I have a couple, like my friend Mark, who was on the stream, Mark Nunez, DVM, Mark Nunez. He's like a brother, and my friend Dan is like, they're both, I love them. With all my hearts. I said hearts plural, but I only have one. Kobe Collect says, MCP collectible burn for points might make every cheap comic vanish, even if and when Waltz get utility. They've discussed only certain tiers and ranks unlock rental. Big things coming after MCP. What I would be interested in is if you get more. So we're speculating now that if you lock up $50,000 worth of OMI, you'll get first dibs on land, you'll get cool collectibles, and I think that also if you do that, maybe you can unlock some certain MCP stuff. It might be like you need to have a certain amount of sets, or it might be you need to tie up $50,000 worth of OMI. The more that they lock up, the better. I guarantee you, at some point when there's OMI utility, when there's OMI raffles, when there's OMI to NFT, where there's OMI staking, probably not gonna be till next year. The OMI raffles, the OMI utility should start this year, but the OMI staking I don't think will be next year. And then you have land to OMI, or OMI to land. And at that point, if we're starting to get out of the bear market, you're going to have a FOMO, you're going to have a meme coin status, there's going to be a squeeze. I cannot wait for it, cannot wait to see where we go. Where do we go? I have no idea, but super pumped for it. PBS Kid says, "Hey Randy, what are some underrated things that people glance over with Veve and with Omi?" Oh, that's a good one. Um, I want to say I'm going to do a Patreon member shout out first, and then I'll get to that. Mm-hmm. Okay, where am I? Patreon member shout out. YouTube told me you'll be a pop star. All you have to change is everything you are. Tired of being compared to my friend Taps Trades. He's so handsome, that just ain't me. Doctor, doctor, won't you please prescribe me something? All right, so that was really fun. Everyone, please check out at Hey David Down and at King Mavs Forever over on Twitter. Stand Up Chart and King Mavs over on the Veve app. Kobe Collection, Omi Player One over on the YouTube. WraithX.dth domain name. Oh, my back. Sorry. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Metal Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. At Nomad with Guitar, at Wet Wizard Veve, and Gary O at 1234CA3, all on the Twitter, and Fanny Carbonell FR over on the TikTok and the utility Discord down below. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Hour 2. Let's go. Let's get this bread. Okay. Some underrated things that people glance. I think a lot of the 2D artwork, I think a lot of the posters, whether it be, James Bond or Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure or Jaws. Why is Stranger Things so popular? Well, it's good, it's great, but also because, it's that nostalgic 80s. People like things from the 80s. 80s is, people tend to like things from 30 years ago. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get any, like, Zach Morris Saved by the Bell like stuff. Can we? They did something like, I think it was like 5 years ago or whatever, maybe 6 years ago. Might even been longer than that, where they did like a Saved by the Bell reunion, and everyone, I think except for, well, I think Lisa Turtle. Did she die? But you had Elizabeth Berkley there, who looked the same. AC Slater looked the same. He just got more jacked. His thighs, his quads were Tiffany Amber Thiessen was there. Kelly Kapowski's that. Like, they all looked so good. I don't know, like, nostalgia. Is that going to be a thing? Like, for the 90s? I guess. Anyway. I think a lot of that 2D artwork is really good. And I feel like people are missing that right now. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's season 1. But I do think Tokidoki and Kripkins might, at some point, especially Tokidoki. Maybe Tokidoki more than Kripkins. And I have like one Tokidoki thing, so I'm not pumping bags here. Why I think that is just because a couple of reasons. One, the line was always like, ask Sean from Comics and Crypto, ask Veve Fambam, ask Kika Veve, ask anyone who was at San Diego Comic Con. That line for Tokidoki was always around the corner, on the wall. It was just always long. Funko as well. Funko would be really cool to get. Omar Casada says Marvel Comics 1, but mostly I'll put it into Omi, the 6K. That's a good point. If I had 6K, I'd probably keep 1,000 for myself, but then yeah. Oh, hydration's so good. A reminder to hydrate. Wes says, dude is obsessed with Thor posters. It's so good, man. It's so good. Mac Juice says, hey Randy, hope you're having a good day. Was KYC verified and got unverified a week later, submitted a ticket and been waiting since. Heavily invested, super bummed, just venting. Yeah, I'm not sure why you got verified and then you got unverified. I don't think I've ever seen someone with that issue yet, so I don't have any answers, but I hope you get help. Matthew Smith says, spent 60K on Veve, currently worth 20K. Should I sell all collectibles and buy Omi? And I don't know your financial situation, because again, if you sell now at a loss, you'll get a couple million Omi, but you will have to pay taxes in a few months in April. I don't know. I don't know what the I don't know what the right thing is. I would say, again, I don't know your financial situation. If it was a whale, I'd say like, hey, if it was a whale, I'd be like, all right, just keep what you have and just buy more Omi. But for you, I don't know, because again, I don't know what's going on there. Omi Wargetta says, how can we follow you on Veve? Asking for myself. Surely. You can go I don't know what I did to my back. I'll just go to the market and see what I have on for sale, listings. You just go look at the Skywalker lightsabers, and then you go to the sub 100s. I'm number 73. I listed it for $6,900. So you could just do that, and you could follow me from there. Hood by Street says, "What's brackin', Randy? Yo, what's going on, Hood by Street? What up?" Kobe Clark says, "Veveverse is eventually gonna be it." Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good. It's gonna be lit. I can't wait. I cannot wait for that. And again, a lot of my land, or a lot of my OMI is gonna be going to land. Why? Because that's gonna be one of the next big things. I think by the time we're able to do that, and OMI's, let's say, a couple of cents, then what do you have? Then you have something that, okay, if OMI's at 3 cents, I guess it could 100x and be, yeah, it's just so much. Be $3, or the land that you buy can probably 100x a lot quicker. Yeah. Omi Panda says, "Unbeatable Squirrel Girl #1. Thoughts, Randy?" So, I love Squirrel Girl the same way I love Hitmonkey. Amazing character, so much fun. Beat Thanos. Hitmonkey didn't beat Thanos. Hitmonkey fought a ghost. Hitmonkey was part of S.H.I.E.L.D. at one point in their special Ghost Recon unit. That comic book got wild. That comic book was amazing. Dude, Hitmonkey's so good. But again, nobody really likes that comic. It's not like a Grail. It's not, despite what others might have said in the past. I love it, and I thought it really did have a chance of doing good because there wasn't a ton of stuff on the app at that point. It had a show coming out. And it's like, I feel like the reason people, it was a relatively new character. Squirrel Girl, kind of the same thing. I love this character. It's like Jeff the Land Shark. I love that character because he's a cute freaking shark, like Sue me, But Squirrel Girl is not a fan. It is a fan favorite, but a really tiny, small amount of fans, like a small, yeah. I like it. It won't do well. It won't do well at all. But again, I really like it. Booth says, "Matthew Smith, just double down. You're in too deep." If anything, I would just buy Omi. But again, not financial advice. Hood by Street says, "Johnny Bravo and Two Stupid Dogs crossover was crazy." So follow me on this. 1, yes, you're absolutely correct. But 2, there was it ran for like 1 season where Johnny Bravo would host like Boomerang, or he would host like Cartoon Network at night or whatever, and he would take calls, or he would read letters from people that would write into the show, and he would respond, and he would be going, "All right, now let's see Space Ghost," and then Space Ghost would come on, and you got to see that they weren't in the show, but it's like the characters were not in the show, they're not acting right now. Or like those shorts on Boomerang where you have Speed Racer on one end of the parking lot, you have Fred Flintstone on the other end. Fred Flintstone has like Yogi the Bear and other and Speed Racer. Speed Racer's ready to go to this parking spot, and then Fred Flintstone's like, "All right, boys, I'm gonna need your foot power to help me gun it." So they're like start going like this, and they're starting to, and they're trying for the spot, and then who comes out of like RKO out of nowhere? Freaking George Jetson with his spaceship getting that parking spot. And it's like, that was so cool. A bunch of these characters that are on Boomerang just go in and just fighting for a parking spot. Just something normal. God, that was so good. I don't know why I remember that with such nostalgia and such amazing fantasticness. It was just like a quick thing, and it's like, but it was so good. I think Johnny Bravo and Two Stupid Dogs, like that was another great show. So much fun. There's a lot of stuff they did on Cartoon Network. Those crossovers are amazing. Justin says, "The Finding Nemo film theory is really good." I don't know if I ever watched that one. I love film theory. Film theory is fantastic. Premium Digital Dope says life, or something like it. Mac Juice says, "Stoked to see you at Decon Anaheim. I'll have some fresh pressed juice for you." Is that a pun because your name's Juice? So typically I don't really like juice or juicing things. I really like beer and whatnot. I don't know. I think at that point, I am trying to get in shape right now, so I'm not going to really drink. I'm going to probably drink on Friday or Saturday because Foster Hilt is going to be coming to New York City. So we'll be hanging for a little bit. So I might grab a drink. I don't know if he drinks. But I might. I mean, I can't drink. I don't know. I gotta show him. I gotta show him around some places. I gotta show him where to get the best pizza. I'm gonna take it. All right. So Serendipity, um, Serendipity 3 is what it's called. I just had a memory with this show up, bro, bro. I don't think I could take him there because I'm kind of on a diet. But yeah, oh my God, it's so good. There's so much to love about New York. Again, mostly food, but there's there's dude, I can't wait for him to. I don't know if he's ever been to New York City before. I really hope he sees some like naked people, and I don't mean like we're gonna go out to a strip club or anything. I mean like I hope that he sees the crazy side of New York, where it's just like someone's just naked, or you have somebody just like I don't know, like you see those. You ever see those videos where it's like, is that a tiger? Like, oh man, only tiger. Or like, there's like a bear coming, and then like a dude just like, okay, I'm gonna eat my ice cream. Like New Yorkers aren't fazed by anything anymore. It's I I can't wait to see him go. Oh God, what is that? Yeah. Marcus Meb says, what are your 3 favorite collectibles that I have in Veve? Probably my Lokis. I'll consider one. I would say my Veve logo is one. And then it's either a tie. I'll do 4. It's I guess Ice King and Loch Ness Monster. You know, Nessie. Nessie, just because I love that theory. I love the Loch Ness Monster. I have a couple friends that live over there, and I can't wait to visit them and crack open some good scotch and just party. But so I just like it for that. But the Ice King is, you know, from Adventure Time Series 1 is because in the only time where a cartoon had addressed dementia before Adventure Time was Rugrats, and they did it very, very subtly. Stu, Tommy's dad, hit his head he falls off something, like cutting down a branch. He hit his head, and you know, he just gets amnesia. He forgets. So you know, the babies have to go and teach him like what he, you know, he has to wear a tie and he's got to do this, and then you know, they're good about being, you know, responsible, but then Tommy gets very, very frustrated, and he's like, I don't want to, like, you know, he's supposed to be my daddy, he's supposed to be taking care of me, and then he storms off. And in the next scene, you go to him, and he's crying because he's looking at all the pictures. You know, back in the day, he didn't have cell phones. Doubt he had a computer. Definitely no computer in that house. He's looking at all the pictures that his dad had of him on his dresser, and he's crying. And God, I'm gonna get emotional myself now. And it's because his dad's not there anymore. Whatever his dad was, it's just not there. And it's like I don't know, like that got me sad too. It's like, damn, like your dad might as well have just died. And when they did that in Adventure Time, where you have the Ice King and Marceline, I don't have Marceline, I gotta get her. That was like the only other time I've seen that in like a cartoon, where Ice King wasn't always like that, and just it's like, man, not only does obviously you see that shell of a person that they are, but then you feel that for like the people that have to take care of them, and like they're really holding back their own lives from doing that, and it's like it is just a sucky situation all around. But that's why I really like Ice King, because of that. So yeah, moving on. Where was I? Omar Kasaje says, what are we going to do as a group at New York Comic Con? It's a big Veve community. I think, for anyone that's 21 and over, on Friday night, there's this thing called a cosplay cruise, where you go on a cruise. But what you have to do beforehand, it's Pier 91 or Pier, I forget what pier it's at, but there's a bowling alley and a bar right across the street. You go, you fill up on food, you fill up on those drinks, and then you go on, because it's pretty expensive on that little cruise, but not because it's like high class or anything, but because they just upcharge you up the yin yang, and they just upcharge you up the wazoo. And I was laughing because I remember I didn't want to say a-hole, I didn't want to say butthole. It just reminded me of time my friend Vinny, we had this. I used to work at Tropical Smoothie, and it was way before the military. It was a long time ago. And what we had to do one day, we just decided to make who's going to make the best wraps, who's going to make the best sandwiches. And my friend Vinny does like this really perfect wrap, and then he's like, "Oh, what about Michelle's wrap?" Michelle, they all voted for Michelle because Michelle's wraps were so huge. And then he's like, "Oh, well, when you have like romaine coming out the butthole, as romaine out the butthole," it was just funny. Anyway, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so the cruise they overcharge you, and I have ADD so bad. I just go from one thought to the other. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know how you guys follow me. I don't know how you guys do this. It's a cosplay cruise. So there's 3 different levels. There's like a lower deck where the bathrooms are. There's a mid deck where some of the food is, and then the top deck. Like it's such a party. It's a dance contest. There's this guy named the guy named Penny. He cosplayed as Pennywise. He's from like El Salvador or whatever. He looked just like Pennywise, but he was like kind of like scared to dance. But he's just like, just be freaky. So I was like, just be freaky. He's like, okay. So he starts like doing this crazy dance, and then everyone's like, yeah, like people throwing money at him. It was wild. Gonna let you guys know now. If you, I'm open to pretty much anything. You know, like I was Crow one year from Ruby, and you know how people ship characters. Crow is shipped with a myriad of characters because Crow is seen as pretty good looking. He's shipped with Winter, which is a girl, which is fine, but he's also shipped with a guy named Ozpin. And luckily, like, they didn't ask to do this, but every now and then, someone, if you're like, let's say, Spider-Man, and you have someone that's Gwen Stacy or whoever, you'll be asked every now and then. It'll happen where you'll be like, "Hey, can you guys kiss?" Okay. But again, you don't have to do that. You can be like, "No, I'm fine. It's fine, whatever." But if you're getting wild at New York Comic Con, I don't even know if I can tell this story. I walk into a place with it was just one of the Comic Con after parties. I wasn't there with these girls, but there was a Harley Quinn and a Catwoman, and this one dude looking like a Spanish Giovanni from Pokemon. He's like, with these girls, like, "Oh no, I mean no, I mean, but I was Bane." And then, long story short, it's like, if you're like a Superman and there's someone that's like Wonder Woman or whoever like is shipping with each other, what happens at New York Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con or whatever con, kind of stays there. It's, again, that's if you decide to do, like, there's, if you're there with your significant other, obviously it's not going to happen unless it does. But nerds are wild, yo. Nerds are absolutely bananas. I mean, I'm just there for a good time. I'm there to promote Veve and I guess utility as well. So I'm not going to get crazy. I mean, I'm going to party, but anyway. We got Omar Kasaja says, "Summer coming from London." Oh, the British takeover. Veve Darklink with the bananas. The surprises aren't eggplants, but with the bananas. Oh my god, that's that's wild. That's insane. Veve Darklink, I love you so much. Where was I here? Yeah, dude, the British invasion. I can't wait for people from London to come. RPM 87 says, "How come you never responded on Twitter? The market do be pumping dough, like on Randy. Think about the baby deer." I guess I can. But, excuse me. I also think that on I can. And this is my own channel. I can do it, but I feel like, forget who told it to me, saying that LinkedIn is like, or Twitter is like the LinkedIn of Web3. Twitter is like the LinkedIn of now, of 2022. And if you're all acting a fool on Twitter, which I get, like, if y'all haven't seen my videos from DCon, or I'm sorry, San Diego Comic Con, where I'm legit, hang on. Ugh, get it. Okay, my body. My body. If y'all haven't seen my videos where I'm literally dancing in a cat suit, y'all are missing out. It's wild. So, yeah, I get it. There's some videos that maybe I probably shouldn't have uploaded, but yeah, it's whatever. I don't know. I feel like on Twitter, though, maybe sometimes gonna be a little more professional. I don't know. Kobe Collects, thank you so much for the super chat. saying Anaheim, dude, I love that so much. And K Collection says, Kobe, you better go. Agreed, Kobe, you better go. Booth says, I caught the ugly. Yeah, the SpongeBob reference is like, and SpongeBob tries to make him feel better. Remember, there's pride and power. He's like, easy for you to say. I was one of the beautiful people. Dude, first 3 seasons of SpongeBob are peak American cartoons. Like, that is so good. So amazing. Kobe Collect says, at K Collections. Oh, we'll be there. Oh. We're excited. Says, did you hear many people can't cash out? Yes, I did hear that. It was tweeted that someone couldn't cash out. I hope not. But I mean, yeah, New York sucks. Marcus Meb says, trophy hunters should just join Veve blind drops instead. They should. They totally should. I'm on board. Ibri Gonzalez says, freeze my sperm, make a clone. Boy carries dog. When dog can't walk. Lion is old. Injured sick. Not gonna breathe. Shouldn't be funny. Why am I smiling? Why are you smiling? I don't know. I felt like maybe the freezing the sperm might be, kind of funny, I guess. But why is a kid carrying his dog funny? I mean, I come from the land of 4chan where everything is funny. Like there could be some god awful event that happened, and there will be some memes. There'll be stuff right away. Woo! Yeah, lots of bad hysterical stuff on there. PBS Kid says, would another way of supporting your YouTube page be to not skip ads, let them play all the way? Yes, actually, that is a free way to help support the channel. I mean, not really free. You are spending your time. But yeah, I mean, I remember once, it gave me the option to skip, thankfully, but it was like a 7-minute ad. I was like, what? I don't know. It was like 2012, maybe, give or take. It was a long time ago. I was like, of course I'm skipping the ad. RPM87 says, what is going on with this failing market? I bought a Todd for $2,700, bought an R2 and C3PO for $1,800. Now they're all half the price. I put so much trust in Veve because of Cavell and you. Now I'm kind of worried. So I'm smiling because it's like that episode in Cobra Kai where LaRusso's teaching Robbie to like paint a fence and to wax on and wax off, and Robbie's like, stupid chores, not teaching me karate, I hate this. And then Daniel's like, I love this part. Same way we say, I love this game. He's like, I love this part. Why does he love this part? Is because when the student, when whatever gets frustrated, that's when you know that we're almost at the bottom. When people are like, I might just give up now. It's like when you're at a restaurant or you're at a show, play, whatever. When kids start to get antsy, when kids start to say like, Mom, I'm bored, Dad, like, can we go now? That is a very good indicator that in about 10 to 20 minutes later, the adults are going to get bored. Like, the kids just experience boredom first, and the adults are going to get bored soon after. People that have been in bear markets before and downturns before, whether it be in Pokemon, crypto, the markets in general, been through them all, can show you that. I always use this quote: "The night is darkest just before the dawn." I need a better quote, or not a better one, just a different one. I need to show you that if you're feeling like this, that you're feeling hopeless and helpless, and like no one seems to care. I feel like that's a good Charlotte quote. Your mother's gone and your father hits you. It's pain you cannot bear. And other people are feeling like that as well. If you are feeling like that, others are feeling like that. It's like Captain America says, like, even I can tell the oxygen's getting thin up here. Like, if he can tell that, and again, I see it. I mean, I don't really feel it because I don't live and die by the Veve collectibles, but I don't know your financial situation. If I'm talking to, let's say, my friend Dan or Dashy back there, and they want to sell now, I'll be like, bro, are you freaking crazy? No, like, why would you sell and lock in your losses? Like, what do you want to do? Consistently buy high and sell low? That is the opposite of what you want. You want to, dollar cost average and accumulate more. And could things go down further for the next 6 months? They very well could. I don't know when it starts turning around, but it will turn around. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. There's so much coming. Yeah. I understand being nervous that, like, it's very hard consistently to watch your account be in the red more and more each day. Trust me, I understand that. But the best advice that I could give is just, if you're in something good, just don't look at it. I mean, like, is it going to make you feel better to consistently watch it each day or update it every hour? Oh, gotta check. I mean, if you're not going to sell anyway, I wouldn't bother with that. Just, set it and forget it. Continue buying what you like. Again, what's his name up there said? Consider it lost money when you put it in, and then consider it found money when it goes up. Again, all that, not financial advice. So, Justin says, Trust Wallet do like to play with their layout. Avery Gonzalez says, I'm going to freeze my sperm so my clone can collect my 1.5 million on me in the future when I'm dead. No, I didn't even mean it for that. I just meant that if I had a clone, and I get it, that nature versus nurture thing, hopefully, if it's a boy, still might be me. Ooh. If it's a girl, I don't know what I would be. Oh, God, I would not be good as a girl. I would not be good. I mean, I would, no. If there was I just reminded that Long Beach Griffey skit where he's like, oh, I can't even say it. Just follow Long Beach Griffey on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, whatever. That dude is the funniest guy on the face of the earth. I don't know, he hasn't gotten canceled yet. He's great. It would just be so that there's another. This is going to sound so egotistical. So that there's somebody else like me in the world that will have no issue self-sacrificing. Is that right? To have a kid just so they can self-sacrifice? I mean, when you have like a kid that has like a blood or disorder or whatever. I remember reading about this a while ago. This kid had an incurable disease. The mom and the dad were not a match. And the kid would have survived like 5-10 years, whatever, but would need this transfusion or transplant, whatever, eventually. They need like a bone marrow transplant. So what did the parents do? They had another kid. And they had another kid, and X amount of years later, took some bone marrow from that kid, gave it to the older kid, because that was an exact genetic match. That was a question. Was that kid only made to save the other child? Like that, how fudged up do you think that kid might be? His brother go and be like, yeah, mom, dad didn't even want you. The only reason they had you was so they could save me. Like, oh my God, I would be, whoo. Hopefully that brother's not like that, but I could definitely see that thrown around. Is it right to have a kid or have a clone just so that they can help carry out your dreams? I hate seeing that in parents that are saying like that try to like live vicariously through their kids, and they go and it's like, oh, I could have been a football star if I didn't get injured, so they like push their kid to do something they don't really want to do, and it's like, fudge, man. Like, I don't. It's like I feel like there's these stories on Reddit, like Asian parent stories, where the Asian parents just push their kids to be like doctor or engineer or whatever, and the kids just don't want to do that. I don't know. Moving on. The RPM 87 says, pay for the premium YouTube PBS kids. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that doesn't help me out. But no, paying for the YouTube premium is probably one of the best investments that you could ever make, because you save so much time. How many times are you in the middle of something and there's an ad? I will never go back. Never go back. I don't care if it costs, I don't know what it costs now, but I don't care if it costs $100 a month. Worth it. Omar says, it's officially New York can't do the payout, but other states can. New York maybe later, but we won't know when, because the government is anti-crypto. Info comes from Wire. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm doing the HODL anyway for the long term. HODL. Not for trade says, many people don't know Quid already has AF-15. It was the first officially Marvel licensed comic released as a digital collectible. It is not an NFT though. They wouldn't let them mint. And you can get it. I mean, if Veve wasn't around, I would like they have some Loki stuff, and they have some cool stuff. I'm like if Veve wasn't around, you'd be damn sure that the Care Bears, I would have gotten them today. Tommy, like all the Nickelodeon stuff, I would have got. Thankfully they listened. I don't know if it was with me, but I did a video with a Recur rant at the end of it where they they use the promotions of what picture they used to promote the drop had the complete misspellings and everything of their last names. I was like, are you guys freaking kidding me? Who the fudge needs to be fired over this? That you don't mess with my Hey Arnold. Don't mess with my Rugrats. I would have totally gotten those if Veve didn't exist. Like, there's other good stuff out there, and I guarantee you that the people that are buying these on the dip, whether it be Care Bear, I don't know if Care Bears are dipping, but they just released, maybe not yet. But if they're buying Rugrats, if they're buying Hey Arnold stuff on the dip right now, could it keep dipping more? Absolutely, but I guarantee you those are worth something in the future. Why? Because that's first. Again, there's other stuff like if people want to sell some hero cards for $1, like some of these things are first appearances on the blockchain. If they want to sell them for $1, they can. I don't think that's smart. I'll collect them for $1. It's fine. Moving on. but yeah, and Quid's got some stuff, but they're not NFTs. Bill Garner says, been there since the office and car videos. Oh, yep, Bill Garner, you've been here since I was in my office when I was doing videos. Oh God, that was rough. I don't know how I survived that. I don't know what was going on in my mind. It was just, that was probably, that from 20, I guess from time I was in the military, it started to age me, but yeah, especially 2019, 2020, through part of 2021, that aged me so much, like, unbelievably. Yeah. Moving on. Not for Trey says they're slabbed and graded comics, not on the blockchain, but released in 2019. Marvel is Marvel. I mean, there probably is something to be said about the first digital collectible, even if it's not on the blockchain. Probably only so many of them that you can get. I mean, on the blockchain or not on the blockchain, still digital collectible. What was the first? There'll probably be, a small niche for people to go for that. Not a Bot says NFT taxes are simple. 29% tax on all profits made from the sale of a collectible. NFT flippers will have a bill to pay. I think it might vary state by state. On me, regardless of how will they pay. Probably just check with the government. Not a Bot says even if you did not KYC when you opened your Veve account, you use a credit card or debit card, they have your information. All this information will be sent to the IRS. Agreed. No, the nudies found me. The nude HD. All right, we're going to report unwanted commercial spam. Report. Honestly, it should be just harassment at this point because they go on every single stream, putting out their nudie stuff with their XYZ date. Okay. Kobe Collects is at Not for Trades. Fortnite also has Vader, Spider-Man, etc. as digital collectibles. I think they have Thanos as well, but first appearance on the blockchain and as NFTs is why we're so bullish on Veve. Agreed. Raya says, how can they tax you if you don't cash out? I don't think they do if you don't cash out. I don't think they do. Oh, the Realm says, loving that Badman tank. Why, thank you so much. Lord of the Realm says, the God of Bots are back. Run! Oh God, no! Wait, are they? How? How do you know? How can you tell? Ooh, we got a... Oh. Clever Jerk posted on the feed has number 6,666 droids, matching set of 3PO and R2-D2. Matching sets are going to be so hard to come by. Those are going to be so coveted. R2 already and C-3PO showed up a couple hours ago. Oh my God, that's amazing. And this dude, Clever Jerk, has 4 matching sets. My freaking Merry Christmas. Whew. That's insane. You are sniping royalty. Moving on. Avery Gonzalez says, Randy, I like your street interaction videos. Do more of those, and I guarantee your viewership will 1,000x. 1,000x? Well, 100x would have me at like 800,000. 1,000 would be like 8 million. I guess it's possible, but I love street. I'll do some more at New York Comic Con. Or maybe I'll do some on Friday when I'm with Foster Hill. I don't know. His friend Kevin, I think. Maybe that's his name. I don't know. Get him on there as well. Randy Chavez says I'm toxic. Not a Bot says, if you sold the NFT, the IRS don't care whether you cashed out or not, you will get a bill. Well, that depends on where you... I guess the IRS is American, but in Canada, they don't tax you until you actually cash out. I don't know... Again, I don't know how they would track it, because if you're not cashing out, if you're just selling it to buy other stuff. I don't know if you get billed on that. Bill Garner says, you guys think Veve is down? You should see my wax portfolio, down 99%. My NFTs on there going for $5, super strong. All right, Chavez says, the IRS cares if you cash out, LOL. Yep, Doesn't says, yeah, support has not been emailing me back. I put in 2 tickets. Ooh. Bill Garner says, that's what Funko, Street Fighter, and others. That's a good point. Rayo says, exactly. Justin says, and I did check junk mail. Gotcha. BBS Kid says, what's something you think is underrated with Omi? I think nostalgia does sell, similar to a Tyler Durden Brad Pitt figure. I like it. Yeah, mentioned that the other day. It's great. What do you think is underrated with Omi? I think just people just assume that the team like forgot. Like people assume that like, oh, they haven't done anything for the Omi holders. Guys, the team is the biggest bag of Omi holders. They have the biggest bags. Of course they're going to. Of course they're paying attention. I think that's silly when people go and say, yeah, they don't care about the token holders. They are the token holders. I think what people really underestimate about it is how much utility's coming. And, when does it happen? I don't know. I'm hoping Q4. And I think the Veveverse, I think people are really underestimating that as well in the future. Eber Gonzalez says, female collectibles don't do well on Veve, not yet. I mean, the whole thing's kind of in a bear market, but yeah, Electra didn't do that well. I think Storm did pretty well for a while. Yeah, Storm did very well for a while before, everything went to poop. Bill Garner says Space Ghost was incredible. I know, right? Space Ghost was just that was so good. Don Gwen says, you and Fungible should just go live together since y'all both live right now. Is he still live? Let's take a look-see. Why didn't I get a notification for him going live? I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little salty about that. Gotta talk to the YouTube. Okay, where are we at? Non-fungible wonderful. He is. I don't think he's live anymore. He is not live anymore. But he was live. It's okay. Moving on. AJ Donnelly says NFT wonderful. Non-fungible wonderful is currently on live stream. Why not team up? Yeah. I mean, also this isn't on a I can't send it to him, the link, because this is not a StreamYard. I guess he could have with mine, I guess. This says Foster, New York sounds amazing. Not a bot says Foster will fish out of water in the big city. Randy, hold his hand in case it gets lost. I think Foster, he's a big boy. He's fine. The guy says utility Discord already over 600. I love this game. Moali31 says Veve inspired me to buy my first graded comic, Star Wars 41 9.4 grade for $55 on eBay. Yoda first appearance. Get it. Dark Link with the super chat. Thank you so much for the bananas. Yeah. Okay, so what happens at cons stays at cons. It does. Veve Monster says, work your magic, Randy. 80,000 subs. I would. Oof. I don't know what I'd do. I mean, again, I really like. So be advised, guys, that in January, it was getting very hard to keep up with comments because in January things were pumping. There was always 200 people here. There were times where I had 400 and 600 and 800 people here. When I would do streams with other people or I had David Yu on, whatever. Next year, when everybody starts learning about Veve and they're like, okay, I don't. There's going to be a point in time where I can't do this anymore. I mean, I'll still stream, but where I can't answer every comment. I mean, I could go as long as I could, but then I'll be streaming for 5 hours a night, which I know you guys would love. I would love that too, but I mean, I don't talk the rest of the day. I'm not saying hi to people at the gym. I don't go out to a bar and have conversations. My voice is so shot. Streaming for that long each day, that does take a toll. But yeah, I think that when this happens and hopefully there's 400 people here each day, that'd be wild. That'd be great. That'd be going. I can't wait to see what my subscribership does. I really can't wait to see what others I can't wait to see what happens with Taps. He'll get 100,000 subscribers easily. Maybe people like Crypto Rain, Dr. Stuff just started. Some of the new people like like Kyle Matt. Poba G hasn't been around in a while. That dude was awesome. I really love that dude. He's such a cool dude. Moving on. Lori Brenner, what's going on? Say thank you so much for joining me in Comics and Crypto at today's Queen's Court Twitter space. Much love and appreciation for all you do for the Veve community. Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you for. Oh, Lori, while you're here, I want to read you something. It was a comment on one of my most recent videos, and it had said, no, that wasn't it. Great question. Oh God, where'd it go? Yeah, it was from William Kiefer, saying, "Love, shout out, and the collaboration with Lori Brenner. She's kind of like a unicorn in this type of space. She's very passionate and very bullish on Omi and Veve, just like you, and it's really nice to hear a female perspective. Do I smell a potential Chavez and Brenner partnership? Should I tell him that you're married?" that would be awesome. She's the female version of you, LOL. Always good video, sir. So, Lori, your work is totally appreciated by the community. It's appreciated by me. Appreciated definitely by the team. When I answered it, I was like, haha, she'll probably smile, just like I am right now when she reads this. Can't wait to hear her space later. Or I should have said join her space later. But yeah, people are shipping us now, Lori Brenner. Just thought I'd let you know. Where was I? Oh no, the nudies found us again. All right, I'm going to report this mother flapper again as unwanted commercial spam or something else. Remove. Down with the nudies. Oh God, there's so many of them. Remove. My shoulder is getting tired. We got another super chat coming in from Veve Darkling. Says, Lori is the queen. Clap, clap, clap. Banana. Oh God, excuse me. Not for Bot says, at Kobe Collects, they do have those characters in the game, but those are just skins for your character. You can't sell them like you can a collectible. Fair point. Justin says, more burn. Ow. Not for Trade says, I feel like people want collectibles being the first on the blockchain, and NFT is just an added benefit. Yeah, it is. Brave New Channel says, I'm not a fan of the IRS, me neither, but I highly doubt they will sift through a bunch of $3 comic sales. They'll prioritize. Yeah, like if you're, just working in the thousands of dollars, probably fine. If you have tens of thousands of dollars in sales, it might go up on the radar a bit. Hundreds of thousands, yeah, you're on the radar. But yeah, $3 comic sales, I'm not gonna worry about. Smurf Dab says, we need a Marvel Mighty versus Funko Pops game. That would be, oh, dude, that'd be amazing. I would love that. I would love to poop out of that. And Chavez says, it's not money until it's USD. Mm-hmm. And Lori, thank you so much for the super chat. Saying, thank you so much for joining me in Comics and Crypto on today's Queen's Court Twitter space. Much love and appreciation for all you do for the Veve community. I really hope you got what I read before. Super chat from Veve Monster saying, search up crypto gains on Veve and YouTube. Almost 90,000 subs and did a Golden Moments piece. I already, where is it? I already took a screenshot before. Oh, where'd it go? Where'd it go? I swear I took a screenshot. Yeah, I took a screenshot before where he says, I'm buying Veve's Disney Golden Moments, NFTs, here's why. I will be talking about that in another video. I had already posted 2 videos today. I didn't want to be like, okay, but wait, there's more. I didn't want to go and do all that. I will report on that a little later. Also, I can't even, never mind. Moving on. Yeah. Not for Trade says, Randy about to do a 24/7 Veve stream. When Omi hits 10 cents, how much is a Walt worth? When Omi is, what was that, like 80x where it is now? I don't know. Like, let's take a look, see. It might be like 74x. All right. 0017 times 80. 80 would be 13 cents. So it'd be 7. All right, so 70 is like 11. Oh, that'd be great. It would be 69. That's not. So it does a 60x from here, and it's 10 cents. And I have, I don't know, like $14 million. What would I do? What would the Walt be? Walt would be 100,000. Why? Because there are tons of people like me that are just gonna. It's so hard to keep money. It's so hard to. Why? Because you get money, you want to spend it. Everyone wants to spend it. Some people are disciplined. Like, I'm not disciplined enough to. I know I'm not disciplined enough. Most people are not disciplined enough, like myself, to save and to not spend. I will be spending everywhere. There will be people that, yeah, Walt at that point be $100,000, if not more than that. Why? Because like if Omi's already done a 60x, what happens if Walt does a 10x? That's still 60. Yeah, Omi is not going to go 60x only for Walt to just go like a 10x to be $60,000. Walt's going to be going up. I mean, there's going to be people that don't care about Omi that are going to be buying Walt. Yeah, that's it's going to be wild. That's what I do. And Veve Darkling, thank you for this. There's nothing but super chats recently, which is so good. I mean, as I say to myself, so good, so good. I got a you. I haven't gone on for about an hour 45. Let's take some YouTube comments real quick from my videos. I'll go and my other video is not doing so hot. It's been a while. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we do got some comments though. We got Booth saying that opening song. I'm glad you like it. Dude, I love Pink. Pink is so good. Doesn't say so Buzz didn't sell out? I don't know. I don't think Buzz sold out. Let's take a look-see. No, he did not sell out. How many ultra rares are gone? Oh my god, yeah. There's still more than half of the ultra rares. 1335 of those. The rares are... yeah, more than half. So let's see how many there are. So 6K plus 3,500, so I got 9,500. Let's say 96 between the smaller ones. 9,600 and 1,300. So it's about, what's it, 96? So it'll be 99 and then 11. So it'll be about 11K. What? No. Oh yeah. I said 9,900, right? Yeah, 6. And 3,500. Yeah, it'd be about 11,000 left, almost. So it didn't sell out a lot at all. There was only like 16,000 maybe. So maybe only a third sold out. So I'm because only a third sold. I'm really curious what these are going on the market. The ultra rare is 114, so that's almost double. What are some of the other ones going for? Ooh, the secret rare Buzz Lightyear poster is $100. That's cool. Where are the other Buzz Lightyear stuff though? Come on, show it to me. It's good. Guys right here. I don't bite. Okay, the common is going for $23. Oh, look, Nomad with guitar. Nomad with a guitar is selling. Why, Nomad? Why are you doing that, fam? Why are you selling? Why are you selling right now? And then the other one I can't really find right now. So ripping that. Blue and Beta Ultra Rare, only $41. Should get that. I saw the Blue and Beta. I have like a common, I think. I don't know why it's not doing a load here. Yeah, I don't know why that won't load. Anywho, let's move on. So Buzz didn't sell out. It did not. Oh god. Mitchell Locker says #fun. #hearts. He gives me those thanks buttons sometimes. Yeah, I got the set for 164. Epic. Oh, he got the Buzz for 164. So let me go view that real quick and see if Mitchell Locker had done that thanks button. And I don't know if he did or not. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, he didn't. Okay. So while I have a bunch of people here, if everyone can go and smash that like button, that'd be super great. It's a free way to help support the channel. Smashing that like button is one of my favorite things to do. But yeah, let's go onto it. More. Mitchell Walker saying nice. I'll say nice back. The winky face. Hope he doesn't think I'm coming onto him. What Mama says, was My Little Pony series you like from the 80s or the Netflix? The recent one from Netflix from like 2010 to 2017-ish. Sinful Mawa says, I want to speak to your manager. Dude, he is so funny. Sinful Mawa is he's such a funny guy. Alright, so that's all for the comments. Let's see what we got back here. Poetry Delivery says, what up, G? Yo, what up, fam? Not for Trade says, what's the next major brand like Marvel to team up with Veve and become best friends? Marvel's letting other brands know Veve is the go-to NFT marketplace. I'm really hoping Harry Potter. Maybe Lord of the Rings, but I'm really hoping Harry Potter. But probably anime. I mean, David did say that their next target audience is in Asia. Crazy Rich Asians are a thing. And I love them. Ibra Gonzalez says, sometimes I feel like I'm cursed. Demons from hell are trying to drag me to Beelzebub's lair. Omi, Veve, Earth 2, crypto might be the only thing to save me. Welcome the Omi, Veve, Earth 2 crypto with open arms. And rejoice that you are going to be saved by the likes of those things. Poetry Delivery says, hey, what do you think about the Batgirl movie being canceled? I think it's a good way for people to, what do you call it? I think it's a good way for DC to write off some debt, get a big tax write-off, claim it as a loss. Yeah. DC's such a mess. They need their own Kevin Feige. I think someone like James Gunn should just go and do everything up. Poetry Julie says, rejoice, my man. Yeah, I think so. They need a Kevin Feige over there. James Gunn could do it. Russo brothers could do it. I think even Christopher Nolan, he makes really good movies. He could do it. Okay, says, yeah, seems to be the only route they're going. Yeah. Not for Trade says, first Pokemon set includes 5 Pokemon statues, or the 5 Pokemon who's a secret rare. If the first Pokemon set's going to include 5 statues, what's the Pokemon set and what's the secret rare? That might be... It's really hard because Pokemon have evolutions. They might be single Pokemon that do not have evolutions. Like, they might be like Electabuzz, they might be like Scyther, they might be like Magmar. It might be like Hitmonchan and Hitmontop. I think Scyther, though, is in the jungle set. Yeah, Scyther's in jungle, so I guess it would be Electabuzz, it'd be Magmar, Hitmonchan, although that's a really... Can't get Hitmonlee because he's in the fossil set. So I would say it'd be those 3... I guess Chansey. Chansey would be good, and then I guess Zapdos. Zapdos is a legendary bird, but I don't think that would be the case. If they do it, they're gonna, again, just in season 1, just in that first generation of 151 Pokemon. What I think they should do is they should have 9 different Pokemon come out. They have the starters. They have Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Charmander as the common. They have the Wartortle, Ivysaur, and Charmeleon as the uncommon. And then they have the Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise as the rare. I was like, well, don't you want like a secret rare Charizard? No. Charizard is he's the most popular. But when you have something like... there's a certain rhythm to these things where you have to go and say, hey, that is not... You don't just want a Charizard secret rare. Well, because it's the same 3-stage evolution as Venusaur and as Blastoise. So I would say that's what we would do. And then for the next set, it would be called... It'd be called like Legends or something. It would still be in the first generation where it would be Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos, because those are the legendary birds. They'd both be ultra rare. And then the next set would just be called... maybe these should be called Legends. Maybe they should be called Science, Magic. I don't know what it would be called. But it would just be called Epic Awesomeness. And they'd be Mew and Mewtwo, and they'd be secret rares. Because Mew's pretty much hunted to extinction, and there's only one Mewtwo. So yeah, Mewtwo's probably smart enough to make himself a clone. But yeah, I would... That's what I would do. But I would also spread them out. Who's going to be buying a Caterpie Caterpie's first edition PSA 10s, that's a hard to grade card. That can go for over $100. It's like, it's Caterpie. It goes over $100. Yeah, I really like that idea, and then but with 151, like, you gotta catch them all. You do. You gotta. So I would say I would buy every Pokemon card, or I would buy every Pokemon statue, card, whatever they are. I would get them all. Get every single one of them. Down market, bear market, I don't care. Clearly, I love the Pokemon. Ooh. Abe says, Randy, would you keep OMI on a Sendex? No, I would not keep any of my crypto on any exchanges. Period. Darth Chaos says, David Zaslav, starting from scratch. Not 100% sure who that is. Poetry Delivery says, aren't you tired with all that love stories? What love stories? Did I say a love story before? I guess I did. But no, I'm a little tired. My back hurts, but outside of that, I'm okay. Case Piranha says, I lost my optimism with Veve and OMI. Why, fam? Why? I know why. It's because everything is down. It's hard seeing your account in the red, but it's not going to be like that forever. Same thing with the market. It's like, did you lose faith in Tesla? Did you lose faith in like like Apple and the S&P 500? No, this is what happens every so often. Tylo says, hey, Randy, haven't tuned in a minute. Hope all is well. Well, Tylo, hope you're doing well. Yeah, things are going okay. North Chaos says, what I don't get is the canned Batgirl. We have Exit Killer at Sermilla running around, and yet his movie, no news. I guess tomorrow's DC Investors Day will be interesting. Oh, it's going to be wild. Ooh. Probably because people had some issues with it. Like, they didn't like the suit. They didn't like the... I don't know. Like, I like Michael Keaton, but it seems like their whole thing is such a mess. They did recast Ben Affleck. I don't know why. Maybe they had contract issues with Keaton. I don't know. But yeah, pretty wild. Cass is laughing. Abe says, do you think we get Pokemon by 12/23? Maybe it can get announced then. I don't think we're ready. I don't think we're ready. Again, if I were Nintendo owning 33% of Pokemon, I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. Let's get this bread. Nintendo likes money. They will do it. They will be making NFTs. Like am I Obi-Wan Kenobi talking to Anakin Skywalker? You will become a Jedi. I promise you. Nintendo and Pokemon will be doing NFTs because I know that company so freaking intimately that I have them on my body. I guarantee you they will. When? I don't know. Which company? I don't know. They could do it themselves. They partner with Veve. They do it Square Enix. I don't know. But they will be doing it. And it's just a matter of who gets them. Who gets them? I don't know. I would sacrifice so much to get them on Veve. Wherever they go, automatic instant competitor. I hope they do it the right way, and I hope they do that, because most companies are not ready for Web3. Most companies do not know a lot about NFTs. You need someone like Veve. You need someone like that team. Could a bunch of devs do it that know about it? Sure. Are they going to hire a bunch of random devs? No. They're going to want to either do it themselves or partner with someone like Veve. If I was head of Nintendo right now, I don't even know if I'd do it with Pokemon. I might give them like Felix the Cat. I might give them Earthbound. I might give them like Captain Falcon. I might give them some of those things. They're like, hey, if these do well, if you make these and you treat them with care, then we'll give you the bigger licenses. We'll give you Mario, Peach, Luigi, Toadstool, King Boo, Bomb, freaking King Dedede. We'll give you Kirby and Donkey Kong, and then we'll give you Pokemon. Whoever Nintendo and Pokemon decides to go with, instant competitor if they do it correctly. I could picture them going with a random Japanese company, whatever, and then them just absolutely dropping the ball, absolutely being a disaster, and then be like, we hecked up, baby, or they just try to take it upon themselves. But they will do it at some point. Do we get it? I mean, that's I don't know. Poetry Delivery says, why DC need all to be love story? Everybody's already wearing. So I'm just saying. Go Big Places. I think they'll go with Pikachu as a common 25k editions, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle as the uncommons, Evolution as the rares, and one ultra rare Magic card. Dude, a golden Magic card. Yeah, I didn't even mention Pikachu in that other one. I guess Pikachu would be a common too. But honestly, guys, so here's why I would go for Bulbasaurs. Bulbasaurs are the people like Charmander because he turns into Charizard. People like Squirtle because he's cool. Not a lot of love for Bulbasaur. He's the least liked out of starters, but he's my favorite. So my army of Loki alligators will be writ small by the amount of Bulbasaur I get. Gonna be great. Chaos says he's the head of WB/Discovery. Trade says, do you think Veve will ever drop a set with 151 items, airdrop to Master Ball for owning them all? I mean, they might do something like that. If you have if you have the 151 Pokemon, they airdrop Mewtwo, or they airdrop Mew, or they airdrop Togepi or something. Yeah, something like that. What would be really wild is because there's some Pokemon, like they're called Masaki cards, where what you had to do is you had to get a bill. Bill had like a transport thing. You had to get a Bill trainer card, and then you had to send in, let's say, a Haunter. You send that into the Pokemon Company. They give you a Masaki Gengar. Because how do you get... There's 4 different Pokemon in that first set. There is Haunter, there is Machoke, there is Graveler, and there is Kadabra. That all evolve by trading. When you trade... So what the company did in like 98, 99 says, give us these 2 cards, and we will send you back one of that evolved form. It's awesome. It was so cool, so great. And then they also did Almanite for whatever reason. I think they knew the Helix fossil was going to be like... I don't know how they knew like 15 years prior, but they knew that the Helix fossil was going to be like a meme, become the fastest religion to ever get 20 million followers. Yeah. We have a... Sometimes it's hard to know which way you're supposed to go. It's deep inside. You know you're strong. You follow your heart. You can't be wrong. Stand up for what is right. Be brave. Get ready to fight. Hold on. We're friends for life. You can come together as one. Something, something, something. Galactic battle, Pokemon. Sorry, I forgot the rest of the words there at the lyrics. It's 2 hours, so it's a Patreon member shout out. Everybody please check out at HeyDavidDon and at KingMavsForever over on Twitter. Standoff chart and KingMavs over on the Veve app. Copy Collection, Only Player One over the YouTube. Wraithax.eth, domain name. I'm so tired. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Tap Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sony Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Metal Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. At Nomad with Guitar, at What Wizard Veve, and Gary O at 1234CA3, all on the Twitter. Fanny Carbonell FR over on the TikTok. Oh, my back. Okay, we're gonna... Where was I? Poetry, this is my bad. I meant DC Minutes. I meant movies, yeah. I'll ever drop a... Yeah, so I mean, you can do that, but there's so much in that first... I mean, what about the trainers? What about the gym leaders? What about the gym badges? What about Nurse Joy? What about Officer Jenny? Like, oh my good, like, what about baby Pokemon? If do you have to burn a couple of Pikachu to get burn a couple of Pikachu to get a Pikachu? How do you evolve certain Pokemon? Like you have the stones, the Thunderstone, the Firestone, the Water Stone, the Grass Stone, the Moonstone. I think that was the only ones that was in there because there weren't any other stones yet. Oh yeah, I mentioned Grass Stone. Pokemon like Eevee. Like, do you have to burn a couple to get a Flareon, Jolteon, and a Vaporeon. There's a little thing that my friend Meg has where you press it and it says Vaporeon and it just keeps going forever. It's so great. So much fun. Abe says, curious, how do you plan to sell Omi swap on Trust or MetaMask? At some... Coinbase when they have it. Probably that. 1 second, guys. I mean, odds are my body. Odds are we'll probably get Coinbase and Binance at some point. Probably then, or I'll just, I'll just do it another way if I want to sell beforehand. Sean Gill says the discounted gems cause this carnage. I mean, I think the bear market is really more to blame than anything. His product says, I'll hang in there. Just hard to be upbeat. I mean, if you need to step away and just not look at it for a while, and enjoy the rest of your life, then that's fine. Some people need to do that. Like this guy Brian that I used to work with. Excuse me. He had he tried to go in deals with us because saw us making a bunch of money. He's like, I want to make money. Puts in money, and then he's always constantly worrying that the deals are going to default. Always checking up on the guy. Always checking the balance. Like, it's like, dude, if this is going to take up too much mental real estate, in your mind, don't let it. Don't invest. Oh my God, why are the hiccups so bad? And then he, and then he just, I bought his book. I sold out. So yeah, moving on. I don't think you're ready for this jelly. Name the song, the jellyfish song. Oh dude, that one was like not Sandstorm. It's when SpongeBob invites the jellyfish to live with him and they party for like 18 hours and Squidward's like, who knew SpongeBob could have fun with a jellyfish for 18 hours? And I'm sure, imagine a Batman Spider-Man movie. Be wild. Be great. I think, Batman versus Spider-Man, pretty sure Spider-Man would win. Can't sneak up on him. He's got that Spidey sense. Okay, it says, we need Nintendo when Mario movie comes out. Oh, that'd be so much fun. Yeah. I have these ideas for a movie that they should do, and it would be awesome. A giant epic crossover movie. But you would probably need to do it like an event, do all of the movies first. Do a Mario and Luigi movie and or just a Mario Brothers movie. Rescue the princess, yada yada, introduce Bowser. But I want the crossover so bad. I want Mario to go ask for help for Donkey Kong, and Donkey Kong be like, no. Like, when my banana horde was stolen, where were you? Like, I'm gonna stay neutral in this conflict. You get the fudge out of here. I want conflict. No, the nudie dating sites. What can I've reported them. I've blocked them. I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else. I don't know why they're still in my freaking thing. Remove. Oh my God, there's so many. It's every single night. I don't understand. Okay, it says when all around and all the brands think Nintendo needs to be on Veve. Yeah, everyone does. Tyler says, do you think Vive's marketing in Japan could attract Nintendo? I mean, if I was president of Nintendo and I found out about Veve before anyone told me, whoever's in charge of that is being fired, like right away. Like Nintendo knows who Veve are. Nintendo knows who Veve is. Guaranteed. 100,000%. Would bet my Omi bag on. Kobe says, my guess is Veve is going to announce Nintendo pretty soon, dude. I hope, man. If we got that, oh my God, that I would not care if we didn't get Lord of the Rings, if we didn't get Rocky, if we didn't get, like, let's say they could not get Tesla or SpaceX, and I'd be like, I don't care. I would sacrifice that. I'd sacrifice Harry Potter. I would even say, like, I don't know, like DC, go take a hike. I don't need my Bane. I want my Bulbasaur. I like it. I would do it. That is 100%. Having Nintendo doesn't necessarily mean Pokemon, but it should. Yeah, I would, mostly for Pokemon. Like, I would take Pokemon and not anything else Nintendo, but yeah, I really want that stuff. I haven't had a tattoo in a while. Justin Fisher says, is there a point where we should be concerned, or do we just stay positive the whole way down? Getting rough out here. I mean, you always keep your finger on the pulse. You always make, tap that bell, tap that bell for notifications. If there is something where, like, guys, this is not good, whatever. Like, so there was some worry the other day that, we might have war with China because of what's going on in Taiwan and Nancy Pelosi. Freaking keep her. Keep Nancy Pelosi. Um, and I was just like, well, that's not going to be good for the market. But everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. So Veve will survive. Multi-billion-dollar company. They're not going anywhere. I would say that at that point, like, okay, all right, maybe new bull market doesn't start until, wherever. I mean, but it's not like war's new for us. We've been at war for like 20 years. Like this is nothing new. We can thrive when there is war. Kobe Gleck says now there's like 5 or 6 variations of each one too. Galarian, Alolan, Hisuian, and other random ones. So 905 Pokemon times 3. Then shiny version, all of it is different color. That's a good point as well. Yeah. Yes, that's true. And then the male and female. I think the only ones that aren't male and female in the first gen are Voltorb, Electrode, the 3 legendary birds, and then the legendaries. I think the rest of them are, could be male or female. There are some in the games that they make male, like Togepi is always a male. Togepi will 100% always be a male. Why? Because most times when you breed, it becomes a male version of what the mom is, and it knows the dad's move. So if I have like a Nidoking that is getting it on with a Rhydon, well, it's going to come out a baby Rhyhorn. It's going to come out a male baby Rhyhorn, and it'll know the moves that Nidoking has. So if you were to, you're only supposed to get one Togepi. Togepi has to be male. Why? Because it's going to be a male version of what the mom is. So it's going to be, you can breed them with, let's say, like Pharaoh or Pidgeotto, or whatever. And it does that because if Togepi was female, if it was coded where it could be female, then you could just breed a bunch of Togepis, and they didn't want you to do that. So they coded it so that it always has to be male. Obviously, in the real world, there's a bunch of them, and you can have male or female. But yeah. Oh, where was I? Kobe Glass's Pokemon are the remix kings. They are. Mega evolutions, yeah. The Dynamax. I just stick with one. Mega, Dynamax, whatever. Poetry says Captain Planet. He's a hero going to turn you down to 0 song. Oh, I don't know that one. I actually don't. So here's where I don't want to say I knew I was smarter, but yeah, so the people that adopted me, again, I was adopted. I know exactly what shows are trying to teach you. Even as a kid, Captain Planet had an episode with gun violence, and it was and again, obviously, liberal media, whatever. It was just showing you that, okay, guns are bad, anti-gun. You don't want to be around gun. That's what the lesson was in the show. Whether I agree with it now, no, I don't agree with that at all. I think guns can be bad, but obviously I love guns. Whatever. Mom comes in, she's just like, guns, I don't like that. Turn it off. I was like, but it's teaching you that guns are bad. It's like, no, turn it off. It's like, you're so anti-gun that you're making me turn off a show that's telling you that guns are bad. Even, again, at the time, it was just me. So I like Captain Planet. I love, but I wasn't allowed to watch it because of that one episode. I was like, you came in at like the worst possible time. Like this is like easy, like one of the cheesiest things. But yeah, so I don't know that song, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Kobe Clark says, they sell us the same thing 10 times. They do. And actually different poses. If you look at actually we can go through this right now. We can go to did I Pokemon? Okay, I do. Let's go to Pokemon Red, right? And we'll look at the Pokedex of let's say a Charmander. Here's the pose for a Charmander in Pokemon Red. Cute, right? Now, let's go to Charmander in yellow version. Look at his little handsome man. Like they could sell us both versions of those. They could be like, okay, yeah, you're gonna get Charmander from Red and Blue, and then you're gonna get Charmander from yellow version. I am such a slave. I would buy both. and I would have no problem buying it. Like it's wild what they can do. Yeah. Arya Gonzalez says, "Cuz my baddie to booty, licious for your bay. I don't think you're ready for did jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly." I gotta read that. "Cuz my baddie to booty, licious for your bay. I don't think you're ready for the jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly." That sounds like a. I don't know who it is, but it sounds like a. What's that called? It sounds like a. What is the name of that show? Regular show. I'm dying. Oh god. You imagine if I just died right here? But yeah, it sounds like a regular show thing. Their songs slap so hard. Because Finish says, "Did you buy any Buzz?" I did not. Poetry Delivery says, "I know squash about Pokemon. I'm 39. My last Young series was his first Power Rangers." It's Morphin time! Oh god, yeah, that'd be great. Get some, not Nabisco. Hasbro? No, Saban. Yeah, Power Rangers would be super fantastic. I would love that. But yeah, you're young, man. You can go and download on your Play Store or iOS store, John GBC Lite, right? Go and do that, and when you get John GBC Lite, download that, and then go to Google and download Pokemon Blue ROM or Pokemon Red ROM. Doesn't matter which one. I mean, it kind of does. Some different Pokemon in each, but go and download that. And then you could play the games on like 4 and 8 times speed, so you don't have to be grinding all. You can grind and it be very, very easy and simple. And then just learn about the game, but go through it slow. Talk to everybody, and then play yellow, and then play gold, and then play crystal, and then play, ruby, and then play emerald, and then play diamond. And then play it's so good, and you see some recurring themes. You see some recurring characters. It's just, so good. They play Heart Gold and Soul Silver, Fire Red, Leaf. It's amazing. Tyler says, "I had a debate with my pops the other day. If he seems to think China would wipe us out if we went to war, what do you think?" Militarily, no. China could just dump like $1 trillion of our debt and just that would just destroy us. I mean the value of the dollar would go down so low. China dumping like all U.S. treasuries, that is an act of war. China's not that good at, or I don't want to say it. The U.S. is very innovative in weapons technology, and they're always going to be militarily more powerful. But China's very good at reverse engineering. Why we stay ahead is because we just out-innovate everyone. America is the best innovation for military technology in the world. Like, there's no one that even comes close. And China, they could reverse engineer our stuff, but they'll be reversing engineering our stuff, that models that are years old. Years and years old. Physical war, we'd make them fold in half easily. Like there's, there would be so many shipments that they would double the size of like Osan Air Base in Korea. They would go and go to Guam and be like, okay, Guam, and and Kadena in Japan. They would just fly everything over there. There would just be a heavy bombing camp. Like, it depends who's president. Maybe not with Joe Biden. If Trump was in, if there's a Republican in, heavy bombing, heavy just no fly zone. Like, bring back Hillary Clinton, bring back the no fly zones. And not that I'm glorifying war. I'm not. It's horrible. I'm just, every now and then it's nice to be American. There's like a World War III. I'm getting back in shape. I've always debated about going back for something like that. I feel like at that point, though, it's more like the Michael Caine going, it doesn't need your body. It needs your resources, your mind. I feel like the world at that point, where I have, enough money and enough know what to do it. I don't know. I don't know what would happen. Wouldn't that be ironic if that would be solved by like the people of like Web3? You know, China has internment camps over there with like Muslims and with like it's really bad. Like I don't even want to tell you to Google like pictures of Chinese internment camps and the people that like they're skeletons. It is Jesus. You'll never see Chavez in China. Yeah, can't do it. Anyway, where was I? Pokemon debate about yep. Darth Chaos says now the new ones are crystal form. There was a Pokemon Direct today. There was. I missed it. You were able to ride the legendaries though, like a vehicle. Oh, so cool. Pasternak88 says got a second ultra rare Vader for $13.99. Hope that's near the bottom because I only have 400 gems left. It might be. It might not be. I don't know. We'll see. Poetry Dealer says not right. Okay, it says Destiny Child. I don't really know any. So I mean, I don't know. I wasn't really that big a fan of Destiny Child. I know a couple songs. Avery Gonzalez says he doesn't know the song. So funny. I'm sorry. Okay, it says Beyonce. Beyonce? Oh, I do like Beyonce. Beyonce's cool. Did y'all look at that video where Sean from Comics and Crypto gets me dance like if you like it then you should have put a ring on it like that? It was so stupid. It was great. Okay, says I could picture her shaking it. Oh. There's I think it's Single Ladies where Beyonce is like so they take the video of Beyonce and friends dancing, you know, all the single ladies, but then they remix it and they take the audio out and they put in Kirby's theme song. So it's like dun 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 dun. It's wild. It's so good. They go ham on it. I can't show you because you know the copyright of the music, but Kirby going dun, 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 and Kirby's not in it. That'd be great if they photoshopped him in. Love Kirby. Of course I know Beyonce. I just don't know that particular song you guys were talking about before. Don't guess gotta play them all. Booth says, when I was a kid, I grew up on an action replay between my Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and my Nintendo DS, walking through walls. There's a lot of fun glitches you could do back in the day. A lot of fun glitches. Kaya says, World War III would not be good for the bear market. Well, I mean, it would make the bear market last a whole lot longer. So it'd be good for the bear market, but it would not be good for the rest of the world. That'd be awful. Although maybe that's what we need to get out of this. You know, how do we get out of depression? World War II. You know, everyone had jobs. Men went to war. Women went to work. Kids went to work. Everyone was doing their part. Insane. I feel like I'm saying wild a lot tonight. I don't know why. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Those mean the world. Bad man. I'm sorry. I love this is a Vegeta shirt. I love you guys. Where's the X button? All right, bye. Meow, 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 meow. My body. Meow. Ugh.